Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with the Saw right here on Superlative Radio. This week, Dylan and I are going to talk about the Disney Plus documentary series where they're talking about the creation of Wandavision. That's the first episode. It's called Assembled, and
really good too.
yeah, it really is. And they're going to do one for, I believe, for every Marvel show that they do on Disney Plus. So it should be pretty cool. So with this week coming up, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is starting. When that 6 episodes has gone by, then I believe they have a week between that and I think it's Loki. I think Loki's the next one, I think is how they're doing it. But anyway, between Falcon and whatever the next one is, there will be 1 week where they'll do the same series, where they'll do another episode of Assembled and talk about Falcon.
That's
as
really
far as
good.
I understand it. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go.
I like
Could
that.
be wrong, but...
What? No.
No, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
please.
hard to believe. So, what did you think of it?
I loved it actually.
It was really cool, wasn't it? to
It
see?
was great because I mean, as everybody about me knows, I love the fly on the wall perspective. I love to be able to see behind the scenes how they did this, how they did that. You know, the different. I love to see that being put together like that, and of course, you know, seeing them. You know, behind, like, standing in front of their green screen and see them like we have ours and standing,
Yeah.
you know, and doing the things that, of course, you know, I was watching, I mean, the lights that they have and the cameras. I mean, I was like, you know, shit, we need that, you know. But, of course, we don't have a budget of, you know, millions of dollars, but not yet
So,
anyway. I mean, down the road, maybe we can do that,
That's
but,
true.
you know.
So, to get us started, there we go. We're going to just
He just loves that.
play some random clips of the show because it's not like we're actually talking specifically about any particular aspect of it. So we'll just put some random clips. You can kind of get a gist of what's going on with it and then tune into it and watch it. It's over an hour.
Very interesting.
It's over an hour.
Yeah,
It's really good though. And you get to see, you know, everybody's impressions of what it was like to work on the show.
How they
and
felt
how
during
they
the taking of it and the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's really, really nice. Yeah. And
And
how they paid homage to the classic shows that they nodded to. You
That's
know,
correct, yep.
They actually sat down with Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, before they
Yep.
started that first one to get his, like, how they shot it and to get.
That's
And
right.
I was like, man, you know, that's
And you
what
think
it's about.
That's like 70 years ago. Like, I mean,
I know.
Greg, he must be like damn near dead.
Oh, he's up there. He's up there.
Like-
He's in his 90s now.
So, I
But-
mean, it was really, yeah, it was. It was really cool to see how when they, you know, all the things that they paid nods to when the composers were talking about.
Yeah, but how writing the songs
writing
to
the
keep
songs
it. Yeah.
and how they were trying to keep it in the same idea of
That's
the
right.
shows from that period.
You see, that's what it's about. If you're going to do it,
Do it right.
that's right. Otherwise,
Don't
go
bother.
home. Yeah, exactly. 95. Okay, thanks, Marky G. There you go.
What?
Dick Van Dyke's
Dick
95.
there you go. Yeah. So. But yeah, it was really cool. And of course, you know, they talked to Paul Bettany, they talked to Elizabeth Olsen, they talked to Catherine Hahn, they talked to Kat Dennings, they
Yep.
talked to everybody and got their feelings of what it was like to be on the show. And like even Kat Dennings, she said she was really surprised because the last time we seen her was in Thor: The Dark World.
That's right. And she thought that was it.
And she thought that was it. She
Yeah.
didn't think she was coming back, and then they brought her back. But I said a while ago that they were going to start bringing back a bunch of people from the first and second phases of the Marvel Universe into
Yep.
things again because they were going to try to tie up things with those characters.
And you were right. They did.
And
They brought a lot of them
they're
back,
definitely
so,
going to start
yep.
with that. Like even Jimmy Woo, you know, he thought
Yeah,
he was only going to
that's
be
right.
that one movie of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then he was back in this. So it's really good to see everybody, you know, talking about their experience with it. And it's very interesting. So if you haven't watched it, really behind the scenes stuff can be a lot of fun to watch because you learn so much
That's
about
right.
how they do things.
That's right. Yep.
You learn so much about why things are made the way they are, why they came up with that, and how they came up with this, and why they decided to go this way with it. It's so interesting.
Yep. It really. It's very enlightening. Like I couldn't say enough good about it because it really does enlighten you on the whole process of the way something like this is made.
Yeah.
And I mean, let me tell you, it's not easy.
No.
You know, it looks like fun and, you know, the whole thing, and it is fun.
Well, they were working on the visual effects for WandaVision, and originally when WandaVision first aired, it was supposed to air episodes 1, 2, and 3 all at once. They were
Okay.
supposed to air the first 3. They were supposed to put them all up on Disney Plus at the same time. But because if they had done that, the visual effects for the 9th episode wouldn't have been finished in time. So they literally were working on episode 9 right
Well,
up to the last minute.
Jesus, that's amazing.
So I mean, you think about that. That's impressive. And because we're talking about the making of WandaVision and whatever. Benedict Cucumber Patch. He released a statement about how he was apologizing to the fans about not being in WandaVision because he had said, a lot of people had speculated that he was going to appear in the 9th episode and he didn't and all that stuff. And anyway, he said he was sorry he didn't get to do that, but they've been filming Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness since December, so they've been in. He said, we're right in the middle of it, and it's great working.
No,
with
that makes
Elizabeth
perfect.
and
That makes
all that.
perfect sense. It's
So they're in the middle of doing all of this, and it was really cool how he's explaining that they're already in the process of making that movie because that's supposed to come out next year. So, but you notice when they were talking about all the different actors that they brought in, of course there was. I'm trying to remember the lady's name, but she played Mrs. Hart in the first episode. She was from that 70s show.
that's right. Yeah, I forget her name, but
I forget
yeah.
her actual name, but
Kat Dennings was quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
She was there. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, and Kat Dennings also acted in, I think it was Two Broke Girls, I think is the show.
I don't remember that one.
Two Broke Girls or whatever.
Never watched that.
Anyway. But yeah, so I mean, it's really cool that they had some actual people who had experience working in sitcoms. And then, of course, Elizabeth Olsen talked about how she grew up, always
behind
on
the
set,
scenes of
behind the scenes
Full
of
House.
Full House,
Yeah.
right? Because, I mean, she's
Her
Mary
sisters
Kate
were
and
there, so
Ashley
yeah,
Olsen,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, that
it's-
was really cool to hear. And
But it is. It's a lot of work that goes into it, and a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, there is a lot of work. I mean, just this stuff we do here, you'd be amazed how much behind the scenes stuff. I mean, really and truly, it's
That
just
you don't actually
that
get
you
to
don't get to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, it's fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into something just as small as this,
Yeah.
really, and you'd be amazed. You really would.
a lot of production goes into
Yeah.
a lot of things. And, it's why when you see other YouTube channels and you can tell, it's like, wow, they didn't put any effort into theirs. And then you can tell the ones that do.
Yeah,
And you
well,
can
you know.
really see it.
But I mean, that's the
because-
difference because I mean, these two guys do so much for this thing. They really do, and it's amazing. I honestly, to be honest, guy, I sit and I watch it all sometimes. I just look and I go, wow, like that's just and watching it transform. I didn't use
The Transformers.
Yeah, I didn't use.
Robert's Industries.
Didn't use polygrip.
Is that how the Swedish chef would
That's the
sing
Swedish chef
it?
would sing it. Yeah,
Transformers.
but I'll do that on the next one. But anyway, it's amazing watching it all transform and how it all comes together. You'd really be amazed. It is.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I always like. Because a lot of people will say, well, why would you buy it on DVD? Why would you buy a movie on Blu-ray or DVD or blah, blah, blah?
Because of all the extras.
Well, there's all the extras that you get, the behind-the-scenes stuff that you don't normally get to see. I find that interesting. I mean, I get that not everybody does. But, I mean, if you can see just from some of the clips that are going on back here and you can see some of the stuff they're doing.
Yeah, you can see the
when
studio
you actually
and
get to
stuff,
hear them
yeah.
explaining it, because, we've got no sound with that. But
Yeah.
it's so interesting, and there's so much that goes into it, and you can see the passion they have for it.
Yeah.
The actors, the creators, everybody has such passion for it.
Yep.
And it's really, really, I guess it's just really fabulous to hear people who you can tell they just enjoy their work so much. And you think, man, that's just what it's all about. People should go out and should enjoy their work like that. And
Because there are so many that don't.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a shame, really. Because really and truly, you can't put a price.
on your happiness.
That's right.
No, you can't.
Really and truly, when it comes right down to it, all of us do this for free, right? At this point,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, we're doing this
But-
for nothing.
But we enjoy it. We
Which-
enjoy hanging out with each other. We enjoy talking about doing the things we're doing. We enjoy.
Which reminds me, don't forget to like,
That's right.
subscribe, comment below.
And
you
it's
can check us out on Patreon. You can support us there.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's just you can't put a price on doing something that you enjoy.
No,
You know,
you can't.
because no matter you could make $1 million a year doing something you don't like, and believe it or not, it wouldn't be enough. That's the thing, because you're making $1 million a year. Sure, you're living comfortably, but you're not living. You're existing, and there's a big bloody difference there.
Yeah, that's true.
So, anyway, I didn't want to get onto a. I don't want to go off on a rant here, but that is true.
But it is very cool, especially when you see, because there's parts where you'll see people in green suits running around.
And the wires with the things they did, man, that was awesome.
Elizabeth Olsen was saying how she's like, I'm usually the only one that flies in any of these things, and she's like, it was really weird to do a flying battle with somebody else. And
her
she's
and Catherine
talking about
Hahn
how Catherine Hahn's costume was very uncomfortable, the way she had to wear it with all the wires and stuff to get her to be up in the air like that.
But they're troopers; they do it, and they love it. So it's
and she talked about how. She said, when they paid homage to the original costumes of the characters, when she first started, she was given a bunch of comic books with Scarlet Witch, and she said, they told her, don't worry, you're not going to be
Marky.
You're not going to be wearing this. And she's like, oh, thank God. And then she's like, and then in this, they actually put her in it. And she was like, I thought it was so much fun. She's like, but you've asked me years ago, I never would have wanted to do that. And just now I have appreciation for the comics and the fans and all the stuff. And you can tell that they really love to please the fans.
Yep.
As these actors, they really, really.
Well, that's the reason they're there.
They really give it their all, especially the Marvel characters. I mean, they really do.
And obviously, Kevin's got it where it counts when he's doing it the way that it's. You got to give a hat tip to Kevin Feige. You really do.
You do. Yeah,
because
for sure.
let's face facts, he's
the brains behind it all.
And Favreau is another one you got to mention because he's So you got to give these guys what the due that they deserve, because they're really doing a hell of a great job.
But it's like I remember reading about how when they work for Marvel, like when these actors and actresses are all working for Marvel and they're doing these movies, it doesn't matter, like in their contracts, it doesn't matter where they are or what they're doing. They have to act a certain way all the time.
Because they're representing.
Because they're representing. That's right. Like Robert Downey Jr. is a great example. When he was playing Iron Man, it didn't matter if he was on screen or off screen. Nope. When he was interacting with people, he was putting on the role in a way that, he was showing the fans how appreciative of it was. But I mean, I don't think it's hard for some of them because I think they're just naturally good people. But, the
basic bottom line.
He did so much. I mean, I think I mentioned before on one of the shows how he gave a little boy who had lost his arm or was an amputee or whatever, gave him an actual Iron Man prosthetic arm. Yep. I mean, like just the kind of stuff like that they do, and so they have to do all these things when they're out, and
it's a matter of the fact that you just don't want to be an ass.
Yeah,
is what it boils down to, because you're representing something that people hold dear.
Yeah.
And
well, it's because they're being portrayed as characters that are an inspiration to young people, right? Yep. So they have to act in a certain way.
That's right.
But you can tell it's not hard for them, and that they love it.
That's right, and that's the difference. They enjoy it.
Yeah. So the show it's great to see all of the wonderful behind the scenes stuff and all the work they do. I can't get enough of watching that kind of stuff. They do some great work.
Yeah,
and.
It is. It's. I really, like I said to you earlier at the beginning, I can't say enough good about it, and it's true. I really can't. I really highly recommend.
What did you think was the most interesting thing to see them talk about in the show?
Oh shit! What's the most interesting thing? Okay, you see, that's like trying to ask me.
Come here, Pongo.
Yeah, what my favorite Johnny Cash song is. Or my favorite Elvis song or whatever, because when it comes down to it, I really like seeing all those. There's no real favorite part because I'm learning the entire time I'm watching it. So
Yeah.
no, there's really no favorite part because everything they're doing, I'm absorbing, and I'm making mental notes for us to use certain things too.
Well,
so
I thought it was really interesting when they were talking about the studio and the studio audience and everything. They showed how the studio audience was even in retro chairs.
yeah, I know they saw that. That was funny to see
Like
that they were
when they had the set all up, and then also, did you notice that they took that Dick Van Dyke basic set and they kept modifying that.
That's right. It was
For
one
every-
set,
it was
but
one
just
set they
modified. That's right, exactly.
For every
Yeah.
different thing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is when they talked about how when they were filming and they were jumping periods, they actually like the people only had like 12 or 24 hours or whatever to
That's right.
switch the
Yep.
whole town square
That's right.
to
Everything
the next
had
decade.
to, yeah. So they just had things that they almost velcroed
Yeah, it
to
was
different
crazy.
things. It was really cool how they did that.
It was really
Yeah.
neat to see. So if you get to watch it, you'll really appreciate
Movie
how cool
magic
it
is awesome.
Yeah, when
You
you,
know.
get to see how they
yeah,
do things.
exactly. It really. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's really cool. I thought it was really amazing to see all that stuff that they did. And then, I mean, then they would drive in like period cars and they would like everything.
that's
It was
right.
just like, it was crazy.
Yeah. It's really
It's so
cool the way they do
amazing.
it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hats off to them because it's phenomenal. Really.
Yeah. They did so much good work. But again, when you have a TV show done on a movie budget, you can do those things in even better detail than you could before.
That's right,
And
exactly.
of course, then they talked about, bringing Evan Peters in and, when he
was happy to be
yeah,
there.
when he was first approached, he was like, it was an interesting way to do a take on that character. And just, man, it was very interesting. There's
was.
so much that they do and there's so much that they talk about and all of these little things that they add and
Makes
yeah.
a difference, man.
So I'm looking forward to if they do the same thing with Falcon and the Winter Soldier because I think it'll be really interesting to see how they do all of that as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
And now I'm led to believe that that is going to be more like a movie than a TV show. So it's going to be more like a movie that's been divided into 6 parts as opposed to
A TV show that's
TV show.
Yeah, that's month
So,
or week to week kind of
It'll
thing.
be,
Yeah.
it'll be really interesting to see.
So good. I can't wait because I'm looking forward to it. So
Me too. But yeah, just so much stuff that makes it so interesting. And anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think.
if you
really-
watched it, let us know what you think too.
Yeah,
yes, for sure.
definitely.
Comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts and feelings are.
Definitely comment for sure.
And again,
'Cause it
like,
would just-
subscribe too, please, guys.
Yeah.
Do that for us. Thank you.
Share, just
Yeah.
anything you can do. We put a lot of work into this, and it boggles my mind when I look at the quality that we're putting out compared to the quality other people are, and they're getting like thousands more views than we are.
Yeah,
So-
but they don't have Marky G. They don't have Marky G there behind the things doing it.
But I mean, again, anyway, just it boggles my mind that there are people that produce way crappier quality stuff and they're getting way more views. Our stuff's top notch stuff, and we put a lot of work into it. So if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and
Help us out now.
yeah, help us out. It would really, 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 really help us out. Also, don't forget to check out. Then we'll be putting up. There'll be another episode in the next day or two with us talking about episode 6 of Pennyworth.
Yep.
From season 2.
That'll be
So
coming up.
check that out. And then, of course, next week when Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts, we'll be doing an episode for that every week as well.
And please check out All in the Pen.
Definitely.
You know,
And our vlogs, everything. You can get everything through our channels tab, and you can see all of our stuff, or just go right to Superlative Radio. You can even subscribe to our YouTube pages there.
Everything's there.
Everything is on our
Yep.
Superlative Radio. So just go there. That's all
Yep.
you got to do.
So
is just
either
go there, watch everything there.
superlativeradio.com, you can get to everything from there.
You can't
so.
comment or like the videos. You have to actually come to YouTube to do that. But, Anyway, thanks so much for listening, watching. Hope you guys appreciated this little behind-the-scenes thing that I just kind of threw together here for you to see a little bit of it. Because there's not a whole lot that you get to see here that
Yep.
you will see if you watch the whole thing. Because it's over an hour, like I said. And
It's a lot.
really good. Check it out. And don't forget to check us out and the rest of our shows coming. And we'll see you guys for another one.
All right. See you later, guys.